Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Indiana Tech Soccer. We are here at Indiana Tech Technical Institute, I guess it would be called, as we are about to have this women's soccer game between the Warriors of Indiana Tech and the Red Hawks of Indiana University at Northeast. Indiana Tech is coached by Jim Lepoke. He is in his 12th season as head coach, and the school website has him listed at 96 wins, although the program for the game tonight has him listed at 99 wins. So if that's correct, if he's at 99, he's got a chance to reach a milestone today. Indiana Tech trying to improve off of last season's 3-13 overall record. They went 3-6-0. Should be 3-11 overall record. They went 3-6-0 in conference play. And they're going up against an IU Northwest team that is only in its first full season as a collegiate soccer program. They played 2 games last year, coached by Matt Plawecki, and they were shut out in both of those games. Plawecki trying to build a solid program here at IU Northwest. IU Northwest, by the way, is located in Gary, Indiana. Top 2 scorers for Indiana Tech coming into the season were Molly Ames and Bailey Elliott. They are redshirt seniors, taking advantage of the extra year of eligibility that all teams had last year because of COVID-19. The two teams are making their way out to midcourt. I think we'll have the national anthem here in just a matter of moments as we get set for the first broadcast of Indiana Tech women's soccer of the 2021 season. Had a couple of men's games already. The women about to take the field. That's Michelle Biddle, who will be in goal for Indiana Tech, and we can announce the rosters right now. We'll go ahead and turn things over to our PA announcer for that.
Respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Visit each participant, official, or spectator. Abide by these values, thereby creating a positive environment for athletes may participate, officials may work, and spectators may enjoy. Thank you. And now let's meet the starting lineup for both teams. First, for the visitors of IU Northwest. In the field for the Red Hawks, number 6, Brisa Sanford. Number 9, Mackenzie Rainwater. Number 11, Alexis Chapiaro. Number 13, Carolina Romero. Number 17, Sarah Meisen. Number 20, Jenna Dye. Number 22, Bryn Nyland. Number 23, Janice Opiska. Number 30, Kelly Schaefer. Number 32, Nicole Melton. And in goal for the Hawks, number 1, Mackenzie Rook. The coach of IU Northwest is Matt Polecki. And now the starting lineup for your Indiana Tech Warriors. In the field for the Warriors, a sophomore from Modesto, California. Number 2, Jordan Brown Mundy. A sophomore from San Jose, California. Number 4, Danielle Dunn. A freshman from Dublin, California. Number 7, Alyssa Williams. A senior from Spain. Number 9, Rebecca Delgado. A junior from San Diego, California, number 11, Annabella Kowalczyk. A senior from Elmore, Ohio, number 13, Lily Rother. A senior from Livonia, Michigan, number 15, Bailey Elliott. A sophomore from Chino, California, number 20, Callista Castellon. A freshman from Sparta, Michigan, 21, Olivia Sherman. And a freshman from Tracy, California, 24, Alina Garcia. And in goal for the Warriors, a sophomore from Macanta, California, number 00, Michaela Baito. The head coach for your Warriors is Jim Rapaki. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you please direct your attention to the southeast corner of the field. And gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America, the playing of our national anthem.
Well, with that, we are just about ready for soccer. They'll have the kickoff at midfield. These two teams basically switching sides, if you will. And Indiana Tech coming off a 3-13 season a year ago, but they do return their top scorers from last season. Bailey Elliott is back along with Molly Ames. There are a couple of graduate students getting extra years of eligibility because of COVID-19. There's some other graduates on this team. Lily Rothert, midfielder from Elmore, Ohio. She's a graduate along with Rebecca Delgado. So a grand total of 4 graduates on this Indiana Tech girls soccer team. IU Northwest is in the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Indiana Tech, on the other hand, they're part of the WHAC conference. And they finished at 3-13 overall a year ago. I said this is Jim Lepocki's 12th season. It's actually his 13th season. And it's going to be IU Northwest to start off with the ball off the kickoff. Loose ball along the sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds. That's going to lead to a throw-in for Indiana Tech, so they take over rather quickly. I believe that's Lily Rothert with the throw-in, trying to get it to Jordan Brown-Mundy. A chance, a little bicycle-style kick. I believe that was Alina Garcia who took the shot but could not get it to go. But still a chance for the Warriors. Little cross kick goes off the foot of Avery Maslowski. And now the Red Hawks going to try and take it the other way. That's Mackenzie Rook in goal. Ricocheted back the other way. And perhaps another chance for Indiana Tech, but it's cleared out by the Red Hawks, and that's going to go out of bounds. A little bit beyond the reach of Sarah Meisen. Bailey Elliott will throw it in. One of the top scorers on this team a year ago. Gets it to Brown-Mundy. And a good job to clean things up there by Bryn Nyland. But it will be another throw-in for Elliott. Elliott gets it in. Taken from behind, that's Nicole Melton, who comes up with a takeaway. But Tech will control it once again. Elliott gets it up the field to Delgado. Little cross pass outside the box. Rothert zips that one over to Castillon. Done with a long kick into the box, but right at Mackenzie Rook. We play 2 45-minute halves in women's collegiate soccer. As now IU Northwest looking for their first chance of the day, but Michelle Beidel will track that one down and gets it back out to Bailey Elliott. Coming on defensively was Sarah Meisen. Elliott able to get it out of the box. And they get it back across midfield to Brown-Mundy. Mundy working backwards. Referee trying to make sure he doesn't get in the way of things. It's not easy being an official. Not in any sport. And that one's knocked out of bounds. That's going to stay with Indiana Tech, it looks like. A little header off of Castillon from the corner, looking for the header, and that one goes wide of the net, and it's going to go out of bounds. That's looking like a goal kick for the Red Hawks. And I believe that's number 32, Melton, taking the kick. A little header there by Alina Garcia. And this one will go out of bounds right back to IU Northwest. Brisa Sanford will put it in play. But she'll make sure that she's set in the right place. And she puts it in play, and that one goes out of bounds. right off of Meisen. And here's Bailey Elliott to throw it in. A little bit past Danielle Dunn. Brown Mundy trying to chase that one down. She's outside the box. Keeps it from going out, but it's knocked away. Good defense there, and that is, looks like number 20, Jenna Dye, who knocked it out of bounds, but it will be a throw-in for the Warriors. Long throw into the box. That one just barely made it to Delgado. Little slide kick there, and that's out of bounds off the Redhawks. I think that was Dye who kicked it out. Check that. I think that was actually Kelly Schaefer, number 30. But a corner kick coming up for Indiana Tech. This is Avery Maslowski to take the kick. She's a sophomore out of Sterling Heights, Michigan, and a short kick goes into Bailey Elliott. Elliott with the shot, a little bit too high. Elliott was one of the top scorers on this Tech team last year. She had 4 goals on the season. And it will be a goal kick for the Redhawks. We are 5 minutes into the first half. Little low-line drive. That one goes off the foot of Lily Rothert. Able to keep it in play. Sends across to Delgado. Delgado works her way backward. And sends that one over to Bailey Elliott. Elliott wide to the left this time. The last shot sailed over the net. This one wide just a little bit. That's redirected by Rebecca Delgado, but it's out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for the Redhawks. Delgado came from behind and knocked that one away. Delgado is a transfer from William Carey University. That is in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, the hometown of NFL Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre. As Elliott puts it in play, a long throw-in. That one goes beyond Danielle Dunn. Loose ball right in front of the net, and Rook is able to scoop it. I think that was Garcia who was coming in to defend, or to have a chance to take the shot for the Warriors. Elliott with a good play on the ball, sends it back across midfield, and finds Garcia. Garcia well defended, though, by Sanford. Garcia able to keep control of the ball. Nice footwork there by Garcia as she gets the shot, but it's going to be too high. I believe that's 4 shots on goal thus far for Indiana Tech. They've had plenty of opportunities, and it's not uncommon for the team that pushes the ball into the opponent's box the most to come out on top at the end, although that's not always the case. This one's headed out of bounds, and it looks like the Redhawks are going to take over. I think that's Mackenzie Rainwater to put it in play for the Redhawks. She gets it to Sanford. Tripped up, and they go right back across midfield. Olivia Sherman is there, and she's going to send it back toward Beidel. And Beidel will get it out of the box and allow the Warriors to set up. Almost taken away. Dunn was contacted there, and I think it's going to be a free kick for Indiana Tech. No score so far. We've got 37-14 and counting to play in the first half here at the Warrior Athletic Complex. That's Elliott. Redirected away from the box. Now Elliott with a long shot, and it's saved. A little two-handed grab there by Rook. Header back across midfield. Schaefer able to chase down the ball, gets it across midfield. And now that's Williams trying to chase it down. Shot towards the net, and that one is wide of the goal. And it is going to be a goal kick. They're going to say Beidel did not get a hand on the ball. So she'll put it in play from the box and sends it over to Bailey Elliott. Dunn down the sideline. Trying to keep it in bounds. Turns it upfield. Redirected. Dunn gets it back. And that one's out of bounds. I think this is going to be a throw-in for the Red Hawks. No, check that. It's going to be a throw-in for the Warriors. Bailey Elliott will put it in play for Indiana Tech. It's a short throw-in to Delgado. They go right back to Delgado. Delgado curls around the defender. Sends it toward the box for Garcia. And that ball's headed toward the line. It will stay in play for the moment. Chased down by Meisen. She tries to keep it in play, and she does, but sends it right to Williams. Williams in a battle on the far side. Coming from behind was Annabella Kowalczyk. But now the Red Hawks with a chance. That's Rainwater out ahead of the pack. Can she finish the shot? And it's scooped up, and there's a late foul for an offsides. Yeah, it looked like she was past the defense. As Kowalczyk sends it across midfield. Looking for Pencil. Allie Pencil. Check that. That's Alina Garcia, number 24, over there on the far side. And we've got a throw-in for Indiana Tech. No score so far in the first half. 34-22 and counting to play. They get this one into the box. That's Garcia. That shot goes wide of the net. A goal kick coming for the Red Hawks. Low line drive kick. That's redirected. It looked like Dunn sent that back the other way. And then Pencil sends it down the field, close to the line, kept in play by Brown Mundy. And then she sends it out of bounds. That one almost went over the fence there on the far side. Had a new ball available anyway, and this one is headed out of bounds. Another throw-in coming for Indiana Tech. Loose ball, deflected, out of bounds, and that's going to be a corner. Corner kick coming for Tech, as we've got no score with 33:05 and the clock running. And again, a quick pass into the field of play. Going for the header, that's a goal. Looked like it was Alyssa Williams who scored the goal for Tech, and the Warriors lead it 1-0. We've got a brief moment, so we'll go ahead and show you the replay brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. That was a long shot, just barely crept into the net from Williams. That puts Tech on top by a score of 1-0. It was shortly after the corner kick that goal happened. Sent back the other way, Dunn has it at midfield. Going back the other way, finds Kowalczyk. And that's deflected by number 32, Nicole Melton. Melton has it taken away. Here's a chance. That's redirected back the other way by the Red Hawks, and now a whistle blows. We might have a free kick here. And apparently it was Annabella Kowalczyk who ended up getting the goal in the end. Alyssa Williams gets the assist. Kowalczyk scores on the redirect. Header out of the box. Melton has it kicked away. This one's going out of bounds. Williams trying to chase it down. And it's going to be a throw in the other way. Check that, a free kick for the Red Hawks. And that's a header back across midfield. I think that was Rothert who headed it there. Check that, Garcia, I think it was the one who headed it. Nice move by Sanford. Sends it down the line, but that's going out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up for Tech. And a whistle. And we're going to have a timeout. So while they take a timeout, we'll be back after this break. You are watching Indiana Tech Women's Soccer.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
And welcome back. It's a 1-0 lead for the Warriors of Indiana Tech. Annabella Kowalczyk has the lone goal of the game so far. That goal was off an assist by Alyssa Williams, a long shot into the box, and Kowalczyk was there ready for it as both teams are back out onto the field. It is going to be Indiana Tech ball on a throw-in. And as you can probably guess, that's where the sun is shining. You can't see the sun from this shot, but it is kind of in the far corner, that side of the field. This ball headed by the Warriors, and it's going to go out of bounds. Brown Mundy was standing right out of bounds when the ball touched her. And Sanford will put it in play. And that one goes out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Warriors as Bailey Elliott will put it in play. Redirected back the other way by Melton. Castillon trying to take it away. They redirect the shot back to the opposite sideline. That's going to go out of bounds, and it looks like a throw-in coming for Brisa Sanford. Little header there by Dunn. Stays in play. Garcia keeps it in. Good defense there. I think that was Jenna Dye who came to prevent the goal. Little header there by Castillon. Goes off her leg. And now we're going to have whistles blow. And are we going to get a free kick here? It looks like we are going to get a foul. We've got an injured player. Gotta check that, a timeout. They're going to call out the trainers. So while they do that, we will take an injury timeout. You're watching Indiana Tech Women's Soccer.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech?
Well, back after the injury timeout, it was Jordan Brown-Mundy who was the injured player. She's able to walk off the field under her own power. It's a hot day. And sometimes athletes can cramp up when it's really hot outside. Of course, we are getting toward dusk. It is 7:19. We haven't gotten to dusk yet, but it won't be long before the sun sets. We're going to essentially make this a goal kick, as Mackenzie Rook will put it in play. And that goes off the leg of Danielle Dunn, and that is going to go out of bounds. Molly Ames tried to chase it down, but was unable to. It's the first we've seen from Molly Ames so far. Kept in play there by Catherine Vargas. She's a native of Hammond, Indiana. There are a lot of players on this Redhawks team that are from Griffith High School here in Indiana, and Griffith High School happens to be the alma mater of head coach Matt Plawecki. I believe he coached the JV team over there for a couple of years, well before taking the head coaching job at IU Northwest. So we'll send this one back to Beidel. Kowalczyk trying to get across midfield, comes up short of midfield to Delgado. Elliott was just in play. She gets it across midfield. The shot by Ames, and that is right at Mackenzie Rook. I believe that's Ames's first shot taken of this game. Only go so far belongs to Annabella Kowalczyk off the assist from Alyssa Williams. A little header there by Olivia Sherman. And it'll come back the other way. Loose ball. Dunn has it, and I think that's going to be a foul against the Warriors. Bryn Nyland was the one who went down. And this will be a free kick for the Redhawks, as Dye will take the kick from just barely beyond midfield. Little header there by Delgado. Shot deflected off the legs of Kowalczyk, and she prevents the goal. Back across the timeline, or back across midfield, I should say, come the Warriors. I think we will get Indiana Tech basketball this year, as that ball does go over the fence. Ball boys are going to have to chase that one down. Luckily, I think it went into the parking lot. Kind of sandwiched in between two one-way streets here at Indiana Tech. We are basically on the outskirts of downtown Fort Wayne. If you've never been to Indiana Tech before, this is IU Northwest ball taken away from behind. I believe that was Garcia. Garcia looking for Lily Rothert, and that one's going to go out of bounds, and a goal kick coming for the Redhawks. Check that. It's going to be a corner kick for the Warriors. Apparently the Redhawks made contact with the ball a little bit too soon. I believe the Warriors' first goal of the game came shortly after a corner kick. First and only goal thus far. We've got 26-10 left to play in the first half. This time they send it right into the box. That one goes off the legs of Delgado. A little turnaround shot, and down to a knee to get the save is Rook. Delgado able to find Castellan. Castellan sends it up the field. Redirects it to the far side of the field for Williams. They get into the box. That's deflected. Ball goes loose. Was that off the Redhawks? Apparently not. Apparently it was. It went out of bounds just before it was touched by the Warriors. So they're going to get a corner kick. It's going to be Bailey Elliott to take the kick from the corner. And that one's going to go right back out of bounds. I think Elliott was trying to curl that thing into the goal, but curved back in a little bit too soon. Bryn Nyland will take the kick. There's a header by Delgado. She chases it down. Schaefer going after it as well, and the ball goes out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up for the Redhawks. Ball's under the bleachers, and looks like Brinson's going to have to grab a new one. That's Sanford about to throw it in. And back out of bounds, another throw-in coming up for the Redhawks, and that one luckily was redirected by the bleachers. The life of a ball boy in soccer, not too different from, you might say, the life of a high school baseball player. When I played high school baseball, me and my teammates, we had to chase down foul balls as this ball goes out of bounds. But here in the collegiate soccer ranks, they've got ball boys, and I think they have that at the high school ranks as well. And now a whistle blows. Well, that's Annabella Kowalczyk getting a talking to from the official. And I think she just got a yellow card. And she did indeed get a yellow card. The official pulled it out. Apparently he didn't like something that Kowalczyk said. And so a free kick coming for Kelly Schaefer. An indirect kick from outside the box. Shot and a diving save by Michaela Beidel. Molly Ames will send it across midfield. A little bump from behind. And Delgado trying to take over the ball, and that's going to be a trip on Delgado. It's Bryn Nyland who went down. IU Northwest played 2 games all of last year. They did not score a single goal in those games. This is their first full season of a women's soccer program. Matt Plawecki is the head coach. Had a chance to score a goal moments ago, and they would have had it not been for a diving save by Michaela Beidel. Shot, that looked like it was deflected right back at Beidel. She'll just roll that one out of the box. Castellan with a crossover to Kowalczyk. Here's Delgado racing across midfield. This Indiana Tech team, if I'm not mistaken, does not have any Indiana high school soccer players on it. That one's kicked out of bounds by Sanford. And it looks like a corner kick coming up as Molly Ames was pushing toward the net, trying to get her first goal of the 2021 season. She was one of the leading goal scorers last year for Indiana Tech as we approach 20 minutes to play. We're inside 21 minutes to play, 21:49. Clock is really not stopped very often. We had the one injury timeout, but other than that, not many stoppages. Going for the header, and that one is off the head of Kowalczyk and out of bounds. Kowalczyk has the only goal thus far. That was off a kick that she redirected on an assist from Alyssa Williams. From the box, and that one is going to stay in play. As Northwest looks to push, that one's deflected, and here's Dunn. Kowalczyk gets it over to Elliott. Elliott has Rothert. Rothert will work it backwards. Dunn sends it over to Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk looking to push across midfield. She does. Elliott sends it close to the box, and Sanford has a chance at that one. Taken away, though, by Garcia. Sends it into the box for Ames. That's deflected a couple of different times. Jenna Dye wanted to call for a handball, did not get it. And now a whistle's going to blow. They're going to say that Kowalczyk pushed Janice Aprisco from behind. We've already had one yellow card in this game. There's no yellow card in play here, but we have had one. And a timeout called by the officials. I think they'll bring in some subs after this next break. So we'll be right back in just a matter of moments. You're watching Indiana Tech Women's Soccer.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
One 0 Indiana Tech with the lead over IU Northwest. And we've got 19:02 to play here in this first half. So far, a couple of penalties against Indiana Tech. Seems like they've been penalized a little bit more, but early on they had more chances to put the ball in the net, and they were able to take advantage of one of those. It was Alyssa Williams with a shot into the box that was redirected by Annabella Kowalczyk. But right now we've got a free kick for Jenna Dye as she looks to put this one in play. That ball goes out of bounds. Bailey Elliott will look to put it in play. It goes over the head of Sanford and out of bounds. And it's going to be off of IU Northwest. That one goes beyond the reach of Dunn. And that's redirected out of bounds. I think Bailey Bowers knocked that one out, a senior from Middleville, Michigan. But actually it was off of IU Northwest, so it stays with Indiana Tech. Another one goes out of bounds, and that one will go to the Red Hawks. Brissa Sanford to put it in play. One goes off of Elliott. Little header there by Scribner. Bowers pushing against two defenders. Cleared out for the moment. Castillon able to get it, takes the shot, and that is going to be wide to the right. So a goal kick coming up for the Red Hawks. Little header back the other way by Delgado. Here's Ames with a chance, the shot, and that's going to be scooped up rather easily by Mackenzie Rook. The freshman, by the way. She's from Griffith, Indiana. There's a number of Indiana natives on the IU Northwest roster, but none on the Indiana Tech roster, at least none that played their high school ball in Indiana. That's a chance, but that one's going to go out of bounds. Bowers couldn't catch up with the ball. Bowers is a senior from Middleville, Michigan. She went to Thornapple Kellogg High School. There's a number of California natives on this Tech roster. One of them is the starting goalie, Michaela Beidel. She's a sophomore from Sierra High School in Manteca, California. Alyssa Williams, who got the assist earlier, she's from Dublin, California. Bowers takes the ball. A little slide tackle there. Williams going to track it down. Williams, the shot into the box. Dunn was looking for the redirect. That's sent right back up into the air. And is this going to stay in play? It will not. Kowalczyk to put it in. Gets it to Castillon. Delgado sends it over to the far side. And this is Williams. Gets it back to Delgado. Delgado, by the way, is from Majorca, Spain. I think I pronounced that right. As Mackenzie Rainwater chases down the loose ball. Delgado into the box. Finds Scribner. And we have a foul there, just a goal kick perhaps. Looks like maybe just a goal kick as Rook is about to put it in play. We've got 14:45 on the clock. The clock is running here in the first half. We played 2 45-minute halves in the collegiate soccer ranks. Nice header there by Danielle Dunn. Bowers trying to chase it down. Shot into the box. Dunn playing all over the field right now. She chases down another one. Elliott just able to keep that one in play. Castillon sends it back across midfield the other way. As Indiana Tech will try to reset things. Nice couple of moves there by Rebecca Delgado. Gets it to Bowers. Bowers looking for Scribner. And it's cleared out of bounds. That's going to be a corner kick. Sanford knocked it out. And it'll be Bailey Elliott to put it in play, the defenseman from Livonia, Michigan. She went to Livonia Franklin High School. There's a chance, the header, and that's a goal! Kowalczyk, for the second time in this game, she scores. Another goal off a corner kick for the Warriors. I'll try to get another look at it here on the Traction AP replay. It kicked right up into the air, and then Kowalczyk just climbed the ladder and was able to put it home. And it's a 2-0 lead for Indiana Tech. That one goes out of bounds, and Indiana Tech looking for another chance, perhaps. They've already pushed it back into IU Northwest territory. Elliott had to chase the ball down before she could throw it in.
Number 11, Kowalczyk. Assist, number 15, Bailey Elliott.
Delgado makes a move. Trying to weave through traffic. Good job to come out and defend there by Jenna Dye. Delgado went down. Scribner going after the loose ball, and that one's out of bounds. And this is going to be a free kick, it looks like. Is it going to be outside the box or inside? Well, it's not going to matter. It's going to be the Redhawks who get the free kick. Good D there by Dunn, Danielle Dunn. And that one goes a little bit behind Ames. Ames chases it down. Ames with the shot, and that's going to go behind the goal. Mackenzie Rook will put this one in play. Rook sends it to the sideline, and that's going to stay in play for the time being until now. As it goes off the head of number 16, Catherine Vargas. It's a freshman from Hammond, Indiana. Vargas going after it. She's able to get the takeaway, and she finds number 22, Nyland. Pushed from behind. That's Castillon who knocks it away, and here comes Delgado. Sends it over to the far side. That's Ames. Ames makes her move back to the inside. Finds Delgado. Delgado, the shot, and she scores! Delgado put it in the left side corner and forced Rook to try to make a diving save, but to no avail. It's a 3-0 lead for the Warriors. Two goals so far for Annabella Kowalczyk. And now Rebecca Delgado gets her first goal of the game. This ball could go all the way out of bounds right off the kickoff, and I'm not sure if Rainwater was trying to score on that one. Beidel had come out of the goal, but I think she would have been ready to defend the ball had it gone toward the net. But she didn't need to. It went out of bounds. She sends this one across midfield. Bowers knocks that one away as IU Northwest looks to get something going. But there's Delgado with the takeaway. Sends it across midfield. Back there is Nyland, and she'll send it out of bounds. So Bailey Elliott will put it in play for the Warriors. She gets it into Delgado. Delgado sends it to the far side of the field. And that's going to be a foul called on Ames as she came from behind and knocked down. I think that was Mariah Dickerson who went down. She's a freshman midfielder from Griffith, Indiana. There are a couple of Maryville athletes on this team, but Dickerson's not one of them. We'll head her back the other way by Kowalczyk. Here's a chance. Paredes and a save by Michaela Beidel. Beidel flips that one out of the box. Delgado trying to chase it down. Gets it back up to Castillon. Dunn gets it back over to Castillon. Castillon sends it back across midfield. Finds Delgado. Delgado pushing. I checked that. That was Ames who passed it to Delgado, and then it's going to be redirected back out of bounds by Dye. And that train horn you hear there in the background, there's a chance of hearing a lot of that. Now, we're not too far from New Haven, Indiana, and New Haven is home to a Norfolk Southern freight yard. Quick throw in. Cross to Delgado. Nyland jumps in front of it, and that's a goal. Was that Ames who got the goal? It looked like it might have been her. Try and get a look at a replay, but either way, it's 4-0 now in favor of Tech. Check that. It was Kendall Shribner with the goal. Number 26 from White Lake, Michigan. And Indiana Tech goes up 4-0. That's Beidel who scoops up the loose ball, and Beidel will send it back toward midfield. Gets it across midfield. Bowers trying to chase after that one. Stolen away by Dunn. Kowalczyk trying to chase after the ball. She sends it back toward midfield. That one goes off the head of Vargas. Here's Elliott across midfield, makes a move to the inside, slows down. Back to Dunn. Dunn slows it down. And she'll send it back to Taylor Grunkemeyer. Grunkemeyer sends that one up to Shribner. Shribner pushes. They get it to Delgado. Delgado trying to make a move. Gets it away from the defenders. Back to Shribner. Deflected by Delgado and into the box. That's Bowers, and the ball's kicked out of bounds. Looks like a corner kick coming up for, check that, a throw-in for Indiana Tech. Elliott to put it in play for the Warriors. Throws it into the box. There's a chance for Ames, and they might have gotten her for offsides as we are inside 6 minutes to play in the first half. It's a 4-0 lead for Indiana Tech. Mackenzie Rook will put it in play for the Red Hawks. Kept in play. Back over to Delgado. And whistles blow. Check that. That was actually Dunn who was going after the ball, and looks like a free kick coming for the Red Hawks. Header by Kowalczyk. Danielle Dunn trying to chase that one down. She gets to the ball, trying to push across the field. Somehow kept that one in play. Back to Shribner. She had the goal not long ago. And here's Elliott on the near side. Well, goes just past Delgado. Scribner trying to make a move, loses the ball. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Elliott will put it in play for the Warriors. She gets it into Grunkemeyer. This one will go out of bounds. Back to the Warriors. As the sun begins to go down here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I should say we can see it going down here from Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's going down over the whole world. As Bowers tries to make her move, loses the ball. Delgado backs it up to midfield. An opportunity here for the Redhawks, but Kowalczyk is back there defending. She's able to find Beidel. And now Indiana Tech will try to set something up. They do get it across midfield. Dunn sends it over to Scribner. Ames sends it into the box. It's going to be scooped up by Rook. And it will be Northwest ball for the time being. Not for long. That's Kowalczyk with the header there, chased down by Elliott. Elliott with the cross. Hit it across midfield, and that's Nicole Melton. Taken away from behind by Delgado. Elliott sends it up to Blagojevich. Dunn trying to make her move. That's going to be sent back across midfield. Kowalczyk is there. And they get it up to Grunkemeyer. Delgado looking to push. We got a minute and a half to go here in regulation, or rather in the first half. Not quite in regulation. This one will go out of bounds, and a throw-in coming for the Warriors. They lead at 4-0. They've had more chances to take shots on goal than the Redhawks have thus far. But they've also been penalized a number of different times. As another one goes out of bounds. The throw into Dunn. And that one is scooped up and saved by Rook. Had to reach over her head to grab that one. Short kick. That one goes off the foot of Grunkemeyer. Grunkemeyer sends it back over to Elliott. Elliott tries to make her move. And that's out of bounds. Throw in by Sanford. And that's going to be a foul. Another one against Indiana Tech. And a free kick coming up for Catherine Vargas, and she wastes no time getting it down the field. But a header back the other way by Sherman. And the clock's starting to wind down. Vargas sends it into the box, and that's not going to get there. That's going to be the end of the first half. So Indiana Tech with the 4-0 lead at halftime. First two goals coming from Annabella Kowalczyk, Third goal coming from Rebecca Delgado, and then Kendall Scribner gets the fourth goal, and we remain at a 4-0 lead for the Warriors here at the Warrior Athletic Complex. We'll be back after this break. You are watching Indiana Tech Women's Soccer.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Welcome back, everybody. We are at halftime here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, on the campus of Indiana Tech. And it's the Indiana Tech Warriors who lead it 4-0 over IU Northwest. We'll go ahead and take a look at some of our replays and the goals that have happened in this particular game. Shortly after a corner kick, that's Alyssa Williams who sends it toward the box, and it was Annabella Kowalczyk who headed it home. Her first goal of the game, that made it 1-0 Indiana Tech, and then Kowalczyk will get involved again. This one right off a corner kick. Kowalczyk just comes in and knocks it right over Mackenzie Rook to make it 2-0. Second goal of the game for Kowalczyk. And then later in the first half, Rebecca Delgado will get the cross and swings the leg and puts it home. Delgado with her first goal of the season. She's a graduate student, formerly with William Carey University. And the most recent goal of this game for Indiana Tech, this one comes from Kendall Scribner out of White Lake, Michigan. She gets her first goal of the season, make it 4-0 Indiana Tech. And that's where we stand right now, 4-0 Warriors over the Red Hawks of IU Northwest. We've got about 10.5 minutes left to go until we get ready for the start of the second half. Indiana Tech leading 4-0 over IU Northwest. You are watching Indiana Tech women's soccer.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Indiana Tech with a 4-0 lead over IU Northwest. Indiana Tech has possessed the ball in the Northwest zone a number of times today. I'd say they've dominated the possession so far today. The one downside for Indiana Tech has been the fouls that have been called on them. In fact, there's been one yellow card called in the game. That was on Molly Ames. It was on Annabella Kowalczyk, the player who has 2 goals in this game as well. And the penalty is heavily in favor of Indiana Tech and not in the way they'd want it to be. They'll probably look to correct that as we get closer to the start of the second half. In the meantime, we've had a couple of nice saves in this game. The first one coming to you from Mackenzie Rook. This was in the first half. As our Bailey Elliott had a chance, but Rook was able to leap up just a little bit and get the save to prevent the goal. but Michaela Beidel had a save as well. This was on a free kick I believe this was after the penalty by Kowalczyk. And a little diving save there by Beidel as she snags it away and keeps a goal off the board for IU Northwest. 4-0 Indiana Tech with the lead. We'll be right back after these messages. You are watching Indiana Tech Women's Soccer.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
4-0 in favor of Indiana Tech. We're just a couple minutes away from the start of the second half between the Warriors and the Redhawks of IU Northwest. IU Northwest playing in their first full season of women's soccer. They had 2 games a year ago. And for Indiana Tech, Jim Lepaki trying to get his 100th career win. They won 3 games last year. This is Lepaki's 13th season as head coach. And things are looking pretty good for the Warriors, but we've got another 45 minutes of soccer left to play. And we'll be back for that in just a moment here on Indiana Tech Women's Soccer.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
It is 4-0 in favor of Indiana Tech over IU Northwest as we are ready to begin the second half. IU Northwest started with the ball in the first half, so now Indiana Tech will start with the ball for the second. That's Jordan Brown-Mundy to take the kick, as he'll put 45 minutes on the clock here in just a moment. As the sun is just about down here over Indiana and the rest of the Eastern time zone. Two goals so far for Annabella Kowalczyk, one for Rebecca Delgado and one for Kendall Scribner. And Brown-Mundy sends it back for Delgado. Delgado will feed it over to Hadley Hopkins. Hopkins is getting in the game for the first time very early in this second half as the Warriors get the ball across midfield. Up to Delgado. Delgado sends it up the field, but it's redirected back the other way, and now Kowalczyk trying to chase that one down. And she'll send it back to her goalie, Beidel. And Beidel sends that one off the leg of Williams. She tried to keep it in play, but to no avail. Here's a chance. That's going to be a trip. Kowalczyk came from behind. I thought she grabbed her with the arm, it looked like. Well, a free kick coming up for the Redhawks as they try to get on the board for the first time. They only played 2 games all of last year. They did not score in either of those. So the Redhawks still looking for their first goal as a women's soccer program. Last year was their first season with women's soccer, and that shot is saved by Beidel. She sends it up the field to Delgado. Delgado across midfield for Hopkins. Hopkins able to keep it in play. Hopkins with a head of steam, and that's deflected off of Mariah Dickerson. Hopkins trying to keep it in play. She does. Finds Molly Ames. Molly with a chance. The shot going for the header. Redirected too high. I think that was Elliott who took the shot in the end, but it goes right over the net. Check that. That's Alina Garcia. And a goal kick coming for the Redhawks of IU Northwest. That's redirected back the other way. Ames wants to chase it down. Mundy able to keep it in play. Go over to Ames. Ames with the cross. And that's going to be redirected back the other way, and it'll stay inside the fence, but it's going to be a corner kick for Indiana Tech. A couple of their goals have come off of corner kicks. They get it in play. There's a chance for Castillon. And that one looked like it went out of bounds over the net, and it will be a corner kick on the other side. Castillon had her teammates yelling, "Hey, you've got the shot." She eventually took it. But by the time she did, there were a number of defenders in the area of the goal. But another corner kick for the Warriors. Is that one going to stay in play? No, it's not. So a goal kick for the Red Hawks. So they try to work their way back into this game, down 4-0. They had a chance not too long ago. But now the Warriors look to take over. Here's Hopkins taken away from behind. Sent up the field looking for, I believe that was Ura who sends it up the field. Back on the other end is Gunkemeyer. Now the Warriors look to push it the other way. That's Garcia looking to get it to Ames. Ames with a chance. Gets it past the keeper. That's a goal. But will they call it offsides? I don't think so. Right now it's a goal for Ames. And yes, that goal is going to count. It will not be offsides. Molly Ames puts it home, and it's a 5-0 lead. Ames, who had 5 goals last season, rather 4 goals last season, makes it 5-0 in favor of Tech. We'll get a look at it. Check that. We'll let it go back to the action as Molly Ames picks up her first goal of the 2021 season. She was one of the top goal scorers on this team last year. Her and Bailey Elliott each had 4 goals apiece. And Ames gets her first of this season fairly early in the second half as Tech is looking to run away with things and start the season at 1-0. Here's Castillon across midfield. Castillon pushing. Castillon with the cross, but it's stolen away. But Brown Mundy gets it right back. Feeds it over to Hopkins. Taken away from behind. Well, tackle from underneath there. That's Grunkemeyer. But Rainwater gets the ball back. Sends it across the field looking for Catherine Vargas. Vargas has the ball. Across. They get it back across midfield. Ames trying to chase it down. That's going to go out of bounds. Throw into Carolina Romero. And Grunkemeyer has the ball, sends it up the field for Garcia. Back to Grunkemeyer. Makes a move to the right side, sends it over to Ames. Ames, long shot, looking for the header, and that's off the head of Delgado, and it goes out of bounds. And a goal kick coming for the Red Hawks. That one goes off the foot of Bryn Nyland. And this will go out of bounds back to Indiana Tech. Grunkemeyer feeds it back over. Trying to send it in the box. Headed into the box. Ames with a chance, but she puts it wide. We'll go ahead and take a look at Molly Ames' last goal on the Traction AP replay, and I don't think that was offsides. I think she waited till the ball got beyond the defenders to go past. So that is a good goal for Molly Ames. It was counted, and looks like it was rightly so. The cross toward the box. That's cleared by Sanford. Here's Ames on the near side. Has it deflected out of the box. Off the foot of Castillon. Back to Castillon. Ames. Another shot, and that one goes off of Sanford and out of bounds. A corner kick coming for the Warriors. Castillon to put it in play. A header by Ames, and that's wide. I checked that. I think that was actually Kowalczyk who took the shot but could not get it to go. And we've got 35-30 to play in regulation with a 5-0 lead for Indiana Tech. Leaping up in the air to get a hold of that one was Jenna Dye, and now here's a chance perhaps for Indiana Tech. Nice move by Delgado, gets into the box. Over to Castillon. And are we going to get an offsides call? I think so. Sent back the other way by Delgado. Back across midfield, that's Oprisco. And now the Warriors recover. They'll send it back to Beidel. Beidel with a long kick, Ames in the area. It'll reach Brown-Mundy first. And Ames gets out ahead of the pack. Brown-Mundy sends it forward, but that's going to go out of bounds. I think she may have been trying to hit Ames, but sent it a little bit too far. Little header there by Delgado. Grunkemeyer sends it back. They get it to Delgado. Brown-Mundy sends it up the field just a little bit past Ames. Taken away from behind, that's number 23, Oprisco. Pushing down the field, that's Schaefer. And that's going to be an easy scoop and save for Michaela Beidel. Just across midfield, Castillon has it. Check that was Garcia, Alina Garcia out of Tracy High School in California, looking for Ames, and Ames catches up to it, sends it into the box, and there's Castillon. That's redirected the other way. Brown-Mundy with the header, trying to get it back. Good position, though, by Nicole Melton, and whistles blow. I think that's going to be a foul against the Warriors. That's Melton, who got hit on the play there. And now IU Northwest will send it back the other way. Castillon sends it into the box. Loose ball and a chance. Back out for Grunkemeyer. Grunkemeyer going to take the shot, but it's wide. And whistles will blow.
Into the game for the Warriors, number 13, Lily Rothard.
Lily Rothard checks into the game. She's out of Elmore, Ohio. Hopkins looking to chase it down. And that'll go out of bounds. They get it across midfield to Delgado. Hopkins pushing across midfield. Gets it over to Lily Rothard. Rothard trying to chase it down. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds. Jenna Dye knocked it out. Header there by Scribner. Grunkemeyer looking for Delgado, gets past her. Rothard lost the handle on it. And perhaps a chance once again as Hadley Hopkins comes up with the ball. This is Allie Pencil with a chance. And that's redirected back the other way. Garcia sends it up for Rothard. That's out of bounds and a corner kick coming for the Warriors. Rothard looks to put it in play. Going for the header, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Avery Maslowski has just checked into the game. She's from Sterling Heights, Michigan. Carmina Gaitan is now in at goal for the Warriors. She's number 99, a freshman. Starting goalie Michaela Beidel was a sophomore. Gaitan out of Dublin, California. And this ball will go out of bounds. It's going to be Red Hawks' ball on the throw-in. Red Hawks trying to come back the other way. That's Rothard trying to keep a handle on the ball. She gets it back. Here's Hopkins across midfield. Sends that one over to Maslowski. Maslowski, the shot, and it's saved. Mackenzie Rook was the starting goalie. Trying to check the number. That might still be her. She's number 1. The other goalie is Haley Mays. She's from Crawfordsville, Indiana. As now the Warriors try to come back the other way. And that one goes out of bounds. And a yellow card has been pulled out. Hopkins comes the other way, pushing down the field. Hopkins goes for the shot, but that's going to be wide. Shot, and that's going to be saved. Back the other way come the Red Hawks. And now whistles blow as the ball is about to be thrown in by the Warriors. Danielle Dunn will bring it back, or will come back into the game, rather, as a substitution. Cross, a chance at a goal, and that one's deflected. And whistles will blow. We got a foul from behind, perhaps, and it's going to go back to the Red Hawks. Looking to get it up ahead for Sanford. Sanford trying to chase the ball down, but Guyton is able to save it. And this one goes close to the sideline, nearly out of bounds, but it's kept in play. Rothert has it knocked out of bounds by Sanford, and that's going to go right back to Indiana Tech. Into the box, the header, and that one looks like it's headed out of bounds, and it is. Goes out past the flag, and it's going to be a corner kick for Indiana Tech. Rothert puts it in play. Maslowski able to chase down the ball, and now Indiana Tech looks to set something up. They lead at 5-0. They've gotten 4 goals in the first half, 1 more here in the second, and this ball's going to go out of bounds. Rothert unable to chase it down. And we've got a timeout meanwhile. 23:37 left on the clock. We'll be right back after this break. 5-0 in favor of Tech.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Indiana Tech with a 5-0 lead over IU Northwest, trying to win their season opener and get head coach Jim Lapaki, his 100th career win. He has the winningest record of any coach in the Indiana Tech women's soccer program's history. Won 3 games last year. He's at 99 for his career as a whole at Indiana Tech, that is. Meanwhile, we're going to have a goal kick for IU Northwest. Send it back over to Hadley Hopkins. Gets it to Dunn. Close to the box. That one gets away. Here's a chance for Tech, but it's cleared out. Another shot, that's going to go wide. That shot taken by Maslowski. That one's deflected. They get it over to Hopkins. Hopkins will send it back to Guyton. A chance on the far side, perhaps, for the Warriors. Over to Hopkins. Hopkins gets it back. And that one's going to go out of bounds. And it will stay with the Warriors. Another throw-in coming. That's deflected. Hopkins had the shot deflected as well. That was nearly a push from behind. Prisco's able to get the loose ball. Back the other way come the Warriors, looking to add to their lead or perhaps milk some time off the clock. I think they're content to do the latter just as well as the former. Still got 20 minutes to go, but it's a very comfortable 5-0 lead for the Warriors. Certainly had some chances to put the ball in the net this second half. Have not yet been able to, though, except for the early goal by Ames. They had 4 goals in the first half. Indiana Tech did, just the one by Ames here in the second. As they work the ball backwards. Back over to Hopkins. Hopkins will send it back to Guyton. And now back down the field come the Warriors. Looking for the cross to Dunn. Dunn chases after the ball. She comes up with it. And swings that one over to Hadley Hopkins. Hopkins gets it to Maslowski. Here's Rothert with the chance, the shot, and that one is going to go wide. And Mackenzie Rook will just let that one go. And we've got less than 20 minutes to play in regulation here at Indiana Tech in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are just on the outskirts of downtown Fort Wayne. That one goes off the leg of Rothert. Rothert trying to go back after the loose ball. And now there's Rothert who takes it over. And that ball will stay in play. Kept in play for the time being by the Warriors, and now it'll go out of bounds. That might be Castillon, either Castillon or Garcia, who's down. But she's back up on her feet, so it looks like she's okay. As Bailey Bowers will check into the game for the Warriors. The shot, and that's going to go wide off the foot of Delgado. Delgado has a goal in this game. That made it 3-0 in the first half. It's Annabella Kowalczyk, who has 2 goals in the game today. Directed out of the box. Delgado comes up with the ball, has it kicked away from her. Coming in from behind, that was Pencil, Allie Pencil. And now perhaps a chance here for the Warriors. They try to get into the box, but it's cleared out. One just goes beyond the reach of Cruz, Amanda Cruz. And that's going to be chased down by Danielle Dunn, I beg your pardon, is the name there. And she gets it over to Hadley Hopkins. Hopkins has it deflected back the other way. Cleared back out to Hopkins. Maslowski is looking to clear it over. Across, deflected. Out of the box, Delgado trying to chase it down. She gets it over to Hopkins. And that's going to be deflected out of bounds.
Into the game for the Warriors, number 15, Bailey Elliott.
Into the box, cleared out. Header by Pencil. She gets the ball away from Oprisco. It's cleared out from behind. Over to Delgado. Oprisco sends it up the field. Here's a chance. Coming out of the box was Guyton, and she clears it to the sideline. They'll send it back to Guyton. That was a gutsy play there by Guyton, coming well out of the box like that. With a 5-0 lead, you can kind of afford to do that, but she was able to clear the ball out in the process, and that's going to be a trip. I think that was Schaefer who tripped her, and here's a yellow card. That's the third one of those that's been issued today. That one looked like it's going to be issued to Schaefer. And a free kick coming for Indiana Tech. Over to the near side, that's Hadley Hopkins. Gets it over to Rothert. Sent back over to Hopkins. Hopkins looks to push. Hopkins. Try to get it back to her. She slides after the ball. It stays in bounds and then goes out. It's going to be a throw-in for the Red Hawks. Carissa Ura and Brooke Durkin will check into the game. And Taylor Grunkemeyer will check in for the Warriors. And there's a whistle. Did the ball go out of bounds? I think it did. And another throw-in coming up for Northwest. Kept in play by Grunkemeyer. Beg your pardon, that was Rothert. And this one goes out of bounds. And another throw-in coming, this time for Indiana Tech. Hadley Hopkins to put it in play. And she just does get it to Grunkemeyer. Maslowski gets it out of traffic. Cleared out from behind. Hopkins. Trying to get it back out to Grunkemeyer. Into the box, and that's going to be scooped up by Mackenzie Rook. And Rook will clear it out. Maslowski had it on her way to the box, but it's cleared back out. As we've got less than 13 minutes to play in regulation. Slowing down there was Grunkemeyer to prevent the turnover. Bowers makes a couple of moves. Back over to Grunkemeyer. Grunkemeyer looking to get the shot off. Instead, sends one over to Hopkins. Grunkemeyer sends it toward the box. Shot, and that's a goal. That's Bailey Elliott. And a 6-0 lead for Indiana Tech. Bailey Elliott, her first goal of the season after she had 4 a year ago. Elliott and Molly Ames were the two top goal scorers on this Indiana Tech team, and Elliott puts one through there, her first of the year. So both Elliott and Ames have the 2 second-half goals for the Warriors. The two leading goal scorers from a year ago. As that ball goes out of bounds. Sent back in play to the goalie, Guyton. Kept in play by the Warriors on the other side of the field. And now Northwest looking for a chance. Only played in 2 games last year. They were shut out in both those games. They're trying to avoid a similar fate tonight. Couple of deflected kicks, and back the other way, Williams. A slide tackle there on the far side. I think that was Elia Moreno who was going after the ball. And it will be Northwest's throw-in. They get it across the timeline. That was Sanford who came up with the throw-in, and the ball will go out of bounds, and it looks like Indiana Tech will take over. They'll reset as Guyton gets it out of the box to Hopkins. Taken away from behind by Dunn. Hopkins goes after it, or rather Rothert. But Indiana Tech regains possession, and they may likely be content to just let some more time tick off the clock as we approach the 10-minute mark. And now we do have 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, in fact, to play in this game. That ball is going to stay in play. Good job by Hopkins to keep it in. That one's kept in by Rothert. She sends it up the field. And that's cleared out of there as Bowers was going after the ball. Brooke Durkin knocked it out of play. It's out of bounds, and a throw-in for the Warriors. That's cleared, and it's going to go out of bounds. Cleared again, and that one will go out of bounds. Another throw-in coming for the Warriors. The shot, and that's going to go wide. A diving save over there by Rook. As I look at the jersey, that might actually be number 0, which would be Haley Mays. Haley Mays is a senior. Rook started in goal today. That one's kicked right to Bowers. Bowers gets away from the defenders. Going to keep the ball in play. Shot, and that's going to go wide again. Redirected by the Warriors. Here's a chance. But the Red Hawks get it out of the box. Hopkins with a long shot toward the box, and that's going to be offsides. Referee held up the flag. Are they going to say that the initial signal was offsides? Yeah, I think that is going to be the call, as it's just going to be a goal kick for, or rather they're going to have a free kick for IU Northwest. This one's going to go out of bounds. Carolina Romero unable to chase that one down, as we've got less than 7 minutes to play. Guyton finds the ball and gets it up to Grunkemeyer. Pushing down the field, that's Dunn. And then Dunn gets fouled along the end line. Apologies there, that was our camera falling off a little ledge. Luckily it No damage done. The camera's okay, but we had a foul there against the Red Hawks. That's going to be a free kick. And I think that's Rothert to take the kick from the near side corner. It's not a corner kick, but Rothert looking to give her team a chance to put the ball in the net. That's a long kick, but the header goes out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick, as we've got about 5.5 minutes left to play in regulation here at the Warrior Athletic Warrior Athletic Complex on the campus of Indiana Institute of Technology here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Header goes backwards. And that might be a chance. I think that was Oprisco who had a chance at the ball. Cicely Porter had the ball there for a moment for IU Northwest. And back the other way come the Warriors. They get it up the field to Maslowski. Porter trying to chase it down, but Guyton comes after it, knocks it out of the box. And now Indiana Tech looking to push the ball up the field. Stays in play. And are they going to call a handball? I think they are on Rother. Looked like that got her in the arm. Clock is still running. We've got 4 minutes to play in regulation, as Indiana Tech looks like they're going to go to 1-0 on the collegiate season. Catherine Vargas with the kick. Back to Guyton. Ball stays in bounds and whistles blow. And a free kick for the Warriors as that one goes a long way. Hopkins going to be able to chase it down. Gets there just before it goes to the sideline. Maslowski gets it over to Dunn. Dunn going to take the shot, and it goes wide. Indiana Tech's not really worried about those. They've got the 6-0 lead right now, and there's less than 3 minutes to play, so that allows even more time to milk off the clock. That one's off the foot of Rother. And it's out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up for the Warriors. Rothert sends it across the middle to Grunkemeyer. Was nearly deflected. Over to Hopkins. Cross into the box. There's a chance for the Warriors, and that kick goes over the goal. I think that was Rothert who took the shot for the Warriors, but goes a little bit too high as we approach the 1 minute mark. And Indiana Tech is about to start 1-0, and it'll be the 100th victory of Jim Lepocki's career as this ball's knocked out of bounds. Dunn was chasing it down. And another throw-in coming as Indiana Tech can let some time run off before they put this in play. Clock's still running. It's not like basketball where the clock stops on an out-of-bounds play. Grunkemeyer, the shot. That's going to go wide to the left. The clock is down to 6, and Indiana Tech is going to win this game when all is said and done. Down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. And this game is over. Indiana Tech is your winner. The Indiana Tech Warriors defeat the IU Northwest Redhawks 6-0. Indiana Tech goes to 1-0 on the season, and by the way, Jim Lepocki, in his 13th year as Warriors head coach, has his 100th career victory. At 99 coming into this game, an overall record of 99, 135, and 10. He now goes to 100 wins on his career. He's the, if I'm not mistaken, the winningest coach all time in Indiana Tech women's soccer history. So he gets his 100th, and Indiana Tech is the winner, 6-0. They start the season 1-0, and IU Northwest will start the season at 0-1. A big celebration for the Warriors as they come off the field. Again, they win it 6-0. That'll do it from here on the campus of Indiana Tech. For my cameraman Joe Hacker, I'm Thad Goff saying so long. Indiana Tech wins it 6-0 over IU Northwest. This has been Indiana Tech Women's Soccer.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.